study of that dam was done either in the 90s or the 80s. So we have to do another one. Basically, it studies the what if the dam fails, okay? The inundation downstream, okay? So the village district is hiring a contracting engineering firm to look at it. At some point, as I work on the emergency operations plans for the town of Middleton, which affects the whole town, perhaps the town could be part of that as well. But the big thing is we're moving forward to get that done. The state has some very clear-cut opinions on the dam. Either get the study done, or don't get it done and drain the lake. So they don't mess around. Okay.
Roger and I have been working on the cell tower situation. We've made some considerable progress. Considering the lateness of the meeting, do you want, with Roger,
Yeah,
you want
I
to
got
come hold?
another thing to bring up too, so why don't you bring that one up?
You want this tonight, or do you want to bring it up next week, is what I'm asking?
There's no meeting next week.
It'll be 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, just bring it up to me.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, what I've got is a suggested email. On my own, I was able to get some solid information about where to send information to AT&T. And this is just a suggested wording for the email to go to AT&T. And that goes directly to the people who develop their cell tower programs and whatnot. I've been in contact with Mr. Burgess with the Blue Sky, and he has asked for a revision, a very, very sensible revision, by the way, to the petition wording. So I've done that. So there's slight new wording. And we were able to obtain all of the names of where to send the petition to. So that is ready to go, and Roger and I will
AT&T,
be-
Sprint, T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Roger and I will be
Yeah,
making additional copies of the petition form and asking for anyone who wants to volunteer. I plan to go door to door if necessary and obtain signatures. The important thing, of course, being not to duplicate, asking people if you've signed another petition of this, don't sign a second one. I don't want to have to go through and have to start lining out names. But once we,
probably ask for a volunteer thing like John's gonna do on Saturday.
anybody that wants
If
to,
anybody who wants to volunteer with the petitions, then we'll just split us
Well,
up.
other than doing it on, what I'm saying is, I'll take a petition, you take a petition, and buttonhole everybody in
Yeah.
your circle of friends and/or anybody else that wants a master
Come up.
form.
You know, somebody through the Hut State, somebody through Silver Street, somebody, just to get the petition signed and get them done. At least we got Blue Horizon, or whatever, to come up with that list of names that we've been looking for.
They
So,
did ask very specifically that whatever information we've been able to garner about who to contact, we got that information independently. This was not a marketing ploy of Blue Sky to give us contacts to.
Google, it's on Google.
It's on Google, of course. The email address that I got for you for AT&T, it was like pulling hen's teeth. If you dig deep enough, sooner or later you get the right person to get that too.
Yeah.
And that's their cell tower development contact.
So we're out there working on it, so
Thank you.
be advised that.
One of the things you might want to keep in mind with the police department like that, the computers are going into the cars to have what they call air cards through Verizon. Okay, because we have such spotty cell service. Even with those air cards, those computers aren't working 100% because it's still spotty.
We know.
Right.
So basically, as far as signatures like that, it wouldn't hurt to have chief.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna ask the chief and the police department down there, we got ask the highway department to do their thing, and,
And if you look at the wording on that petition, it specifically says that our emergency situation is of paramount importance. At least, it is difficult for local police, fire, emergency responders to maintain contact with anyone, which is a critical need in any community.
Cool.
So, that being said,
My last.
Are these gonna be the petitions you use?
this is gonna be the petition we use. If you want to,
You already signed it.
okay, if we're gonna do
You should
that,
be working the floor.
Yeah, working for them.
put
You got
big
the crowd.
number 1 on top of that one. Okay, if you're gonna use a petition,
Should I
sign
sign
it.
it?
Put a number 2 on that.
I mean, let's get it started.
Yeah, get it started, might as well.
Anybody else?
Yeah, they're all,
Sign it.
all Middleton people, they're to sign it.
Put a number 2 on top of that, so that I know which petitions I'm hanging on to. And we will get those towers up.
Jack, I have a phrase that used himself
Time Warner
You promised me
stuff
the
it.
very provided it does it enough.
It just jacked my bill up again.
Yeah.
Hey.
Time Warner.
I went and complained to them about
Verizon
some that I
does.
had, so they took $50 off, and then they taxed some of it back on again.
Another
Nice
fee.
guys.
Hey, it's a fee for you, called the Joanne fee. Thanks, Joanne. Now I can pay your fee.
Did you sign this?
We will.
I don't think I'm gonna show this on Route 11 in New York,
Roger.
Roger.
Huh?
which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I get it on the side.
I don't get it,
And you're off to a good, what, 4, 5, 9. There you go.
Sign?
All right, we're all over your house, yeah.
Even if
Reach
you-
out to me,
I'll give it to Joanne.
because you can see right across.
I got a question.
Sure.
Seeing we got these things pretty much wrapped up. Highway department,
No.
yeah, no. What the heck am I gonna say? I just had a senior moment.
Okay.
You just blew me away.
That's good, yeah.
You son of a gun. Site thing down there.
Okay.
See, we got the money for that thing.
Thank you.
We've appropriated money to get the site work done. Wouldn't it behoove us until we wait till, even though this is coming around, hopefully this will come around, but at least get the site work done before the site works cost us $2 million?
I thought we did something on,
We've
Site
got all the
work.
planning, the planning stage is done.
yeah,
Wait,
But actually start the site work. Why not?
We're actually gonna meet with Butch Barron next week. He's been gracious enough to give us a budget number on the site work. So we'll have an idea as to what we're looking at. And basically, you and I were talking about this a week or so ago. If we can possibly get in there before it all grows back up and get something done, maybe get the preliminary site work done. That would involve any drainage work, rough gravel, rough grade, which would certainly get us headed in the right direction.
The way I look at
There's
it, the
enough
town,
money-
we
We've
put
already
good money
appropriated money
in
for
it.
it, correct?
Whether or not there's enough money in the capital reserve fund for that or not, we don't know yet. Because that's one number that we never did get, was the site work.
And
Isn't
he's
there
just-
something with the plan thing, that
Well,
once you
we've got
start,
an
you
AOT
have,
plan.
what's the rule with that? Because we talked
That's
about
good for
this.
10 years. The septic design's been done, that's good for 4 years.
But isn't it once you start the work,
Once you
that
start
date
the site
starts?
work, you have to enforce that plan, then you're on the clock,
See,
time limit. But, one thing I wanna do and check with Norway Plains on is,
You can,
if we
you
can do this rough site work.
talk about the AOT and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. You can get extensions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
But
hoping
I'm
the
just
cell
saying
towers
if-
go in before 10 years is up. Just saying.
yeah, but then the townspeople will have to still vote on the approval of the building. So if we're paying for a school for, say, 35, what if they don't, and we've wasted that money? That's the dilemma.
The thing about it is, you say we waste 10 grand now, or we waste 150 grand later on, and that's what happened with that school. It was $85,000 back 20 years ago, and we paid $6 million for it now.
No, I understand that, the building part. But what I'm saying is town people does not approve the building, then the site, the whole thing expires.
But don't, because he can get extensions on the
But how
AOT.
many? I mean, this has been going on, I mean, you can find plans upstairs for the new building for 15 years ago already. That's what I'm saying. There's just a deadline that you
We've
don't
got-
wanna.
But, are you gonna say something, Charlie?
No.
Isn't there plans, when was the original done?
Look, there is a plan. that we-
2003, somewhere around there.
So even that's, could be 15 to 17 years ago already. We're not any closer, I'm just
That
saying,
long?
Well, I think
Those
sooner or later, the
Progress is
town's
slow.
gonna have to make a move on that.
I think the biggest thing is
Obviously,
everybody's
right now
waiting
is
for the
not
cell
the best
tower because
time
that
to wait
revenue
taxes.
generated is going to go towards building that.
I agree. But even the site
But
work
the
was
site
never,
work-
was
right.
never considered into that cell tower.
Right, that was just.
That's
the
the building.
Right, so basically, we did have money set aside to get the survey. We had money when to clear cut the property, and the next step would be to pretty much start doing some of the groundwork. But we can only go so far with it, because we only got so much money, so. We'll have to wait with what Barron says and
Well,
see
I
if the
can,
numbers
I
are
can
there.
check with No Airplanes
So,
as well next week and see whether or not we can, if we'd be getting into any trouble by just doing the rough site work.
Does that start the clock? Because we don't want to start the clock any sooner than we have to.
The
Right,
thing
'cause
that, the whole idea of the AOT plan and enacting it and finishing it is basically, you're just gonna disturb that much area. Basically turn it from what they would consider permeable to impermeable surface, and making sure that the proper erosion control methods are all enacted and so forth.
Thursday night, let's look at that stuff. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yep.
So we'll pick that up. That way, we have some bedrock.
Yeah, and but, yeah, let's see. That works.
Yeah.
All right, anything else from anybody? Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, how come the school board is never represented at these meetings?
Well, John Malone does come in sometimes, but,
The
yeah.
school board, and produce what's going on and so on. Never, in other words, it's like an entirely separate world, totally away from the town. We know nothing about it. How come that?
Wednesday, 10 o'clock at the school. I know what time it starts, so that's the only thing I can tell you. But we have it on here, but, I mean, you can't force people to be here. You can only ask.
And Tony, the other side of the coin is, the selectman, yours truly, sends a representative to the school board meetings. Okay,
Well,
so we're doing our share.
let me ask a
you know.
question and appreciate an honest answer. Is it bad blood? Is that what the deal is? I mean, just say it if it is, because I don't think it's unreasonable to ask for somebody from that school to be at this meeting when everybody else has got to be here. Myself being a taxpayer, and I don't get involved in it, but I have heard rumors, you know, that there was some animosity in the building of the school. Is that why they don't come?
I think when we started talking about the school, the town, whether it be the selectmen, fire department, police department, emergency management, all offered assistance in working together. Our offers were not accepted. Okay, so,
John?
Well,
I'm not gonna go down the road.
is that pretty accurate? The highway
That's
department-
very accurate to the point that we have put ourselves out there multiple times to go to their meetings. And we went to a meeting and we were totally ignored, and they closed the meeting without us being there. The three selectmen, we were not even acknowledged that we were at that meeting.
well, I don't think
So,
that's,
you know,
I don't think that's right.
maybe not right, but the way I look at it is, you know something? They have their thing that they have to do, they're a separate entity, you know, the taxpayers fund them. They don't have to do anything with us if they don't want to, because they are separate from the rest of the town. The two things we do for them is we pay the bills, because we raise the tax money, or take the tax money, so we have to pay the bill. And basically, at the end of the year, if they have a fund balance, leftover money from the budget, they're supposed to return that to the town, to us, so we can take that, put in the fund balance to lower the tax rate. Okay, if there's money left over, okay? That's the only time, other than
My
that,
only
we don't
thing
have
is,
to.
I mean, for me, it's difficult to even come to a meeting like, you know, these meetings, which obviously I've had some issues, that's why I come. But, you know, I've seen different people here off and on, but who's gonna, the average taxpayer gonna go to a school board meeting?
Well, then I suggest that maybe a couple of us, and I volunteer to be one of them, go to a school board meeting and express our displeasure if they're participating.
I just don't think it's unreasonable if you have the department head meeting and we expect, you know, these guys are volunteer firemen that are here. You know, Ed, somebody's always here from them, usually the chief is here. I don't think it's unreasonable to, you know, for those guys,
I'm not gonna
somebody.
speak for the school board, but I kind of feel, I think they feel that, just because they don't feel like they're a department head to the town. We put them down as department heads, because we wanna know what's going on with the school, what is, you know, whatever. But at the same token, I don't think they feel that they need to answer us.
I feel something, I mean, they're the ones that, you know, it's the biggest part of our money.
Well, they do have regular school board meetings
Right.
that you can attend. And I can tell you, there's a lot of meetings
Yeah,
go on that are difficult for some people to attend, but their meetings are just as open as these meetings.
oh, I'm sure
Then
they
you're
are.
missing the point.
Uh,
As the selectman's representative, I go. The reverse is not true.
I don't disagree, but I'm just saying,
I mean, it's like, this week, Monday night tonight, tomorrow we're going to Brookfield, John's going to New Durham.
Sure.
Wednesday, you have the school board meeting, okay? Thursday, I have a meeting with the planning board, okay? We're all busy, we all have things to do and stuff like that,
It's a
but we
thankless
have to
job,
make
and
ourselves
I know,
available.
you know, I know that it is, but I'm just saying, I don't think
I
it's
think the point,
unreasonable.
I think the point is there could be a little bit more effort on their part to come maybe to a department head, or once a month department head meeting when we, you know, the townspeople have decided to say, yes, we are investing in this town to put in a new school, and now you've got what you wanted, and I'm not saying, and I'm all for the school, cause I am, you know,
Yeah, I
support it.
was too.
But
was
I
in
just, you know, I
favor.
mean, it's just
I-
kind of like a two-way street, kind of, that's my feeling, I don't know, that's just.
Cut
Well, I
their
mean,
funding.
We're talking, and you're not gonna get that way.
We're the ones that are paying for it.
And you're
We're gonna
here,
open this can of worms,
on the
didn't
Why not?
sidewalks, trying to do what you can, you know?
I can offer a,
This is,
go ahead.
you know, this is basically an informational meeting between the department heads, the selectmen, and whoever attends
Right.
from the public, and I think you're right, it would be nice to see the school boards, from the school point of view, their input as well, but I think the only way you're gonna get that is you gotta get enough people to go to their
Right.
meetings and let them know that, you know,
We're unhappy about
that
it.
somebody should be here too.
Right,
It's a two-way street.
When was the last time a member of school board meeting attended one of these? With the board,
Here,
on the, what is it, the second
the
weekend?
second week of every month, I think the last time it would have been John Mamone, if he was, whenever
which
he's
was
here.
last month, I think
And
it
to
was
be
last
honest with
month.
you, the only
And
reason
he
I say
doesn't-
John, because he's here for code
He's here for
enforcement,
that,
already
but
here.
any other member?
Right, but no, any other, I can't remember.
I think that they don't because they don't speak as the school board as one person. The SAU speaks
It's
for
an
them.
SAU thing?
Right. I think that's the problem we're gonna see
But I
with
mean-
them.
I don't think they need to, if they were just here to, if somebody had a question or concern.
They
and
won't answer it though. I've done that.
No, but I mean,
mean,
No, but they
Go
can
get
say,
the
we're,
answer.
our meeting is, you know what I mean, or I can take it back to the board, kind of, it just seems like they're,
They could take the questions back to the board.
I absolutely, but
and I'm not
You
saying
don't get
there's
much of
been questions that come up about the
Plus, it's
school,
just
because
good-
it doesn't, but I
It's
mean,
good business.
For a good example, John myself and Joe have sit on the planning board. We have sent numerous letters for the CIP to the school board. It is now at the SAU.
See, they don't deal with that, they have to go to
It's the
SAU now.
SAU who's making a decision on that, so if the SAU don't wanna make a decision for that school board, and if that school board does not have enough cojones to tell that SAU to get off of there, to send us that thing, then that school will not get.
And
what
this
they
is why
want.
we're going to move
That
ahead.
school won't get what?
Won't be considered on the CIP.
You have capital improvement plan.
And that capital improvement plan to this town is worth its weight in gold.
Yes, it is.
And unfortunately, we're gonna have to move along without that information. We can just have to, we have a new school.
But they'll be
That's
the
it.
first ones, because they'll say, well, we need to get in on the capital report. Well, whose fault was it? Well, we need this and we need that.
Right.
And then we get stuck with it again instead of the guy who's building something.
Have you reached out to the SAU themselves or just the board?
Yes, yes.
Okay, because I get a lot of, I mean, they act on stuff that I've sent them.
I just think it's kind of petty.
Quick credit.
Just want to give you some
Not,
positive
He sent him a letter.
impressions
Okay.
of the school board, I'm sorry, school, positive impressions of these selectmen. Gentleman here and gentleman sitting there worked with the town of Wakefield, okay? No problem, get along fine. In the past, I've worked with selectmen from Milton. Tomorrow night, you and I are going to talk with the selectmen in Brookfield. This evening, I was late here because I was meeting with representatives from New Durham, including the New Durham Fire Department, okay? I think there's a mindset among the three of us of trying to work with other people. So I don't think we're digging our heels in. I think we've shown good faith. She works on the ambulance corps. You're on the fire department. I think we're trying to demonstrate a willingness to work with other people.
And-
Sometime, go to a school board meeting. The way we run things here are entirely different than the school board.
Could say that again.
Okay? The school board opens up, and at some point they have a public comment session, 2-3 minutes. You can say whatever you like, you know, within reason, you gotta be polite, but they will not respond. When they are talking among themselves about an issue, you might as well not be sitting there, because you may not address it, you may not ask a question.
And you can't hear him.
At the
Thank you.
end of the meeting, there's another time for public comment, and you can ask them questions, and you'll get no answer,
Because they want to refer to the SAU.
okay? So it is frustrating.
So, and like you said, they run their meetings like with Robert's rules and all this other stuff, where we like to go down through the stuff like that and like about pick up concerns, okay? We talk about it, what the issues are, what we think about doing, but we want you at that point to talk about it because it's fresh in your minds with the questions, not writing down for later, no, wait until public participation. We want to talk about it now and get it out of the way instead of going back to it, you know? I like how we do it, it's a lot more laid back, it's a lot more, I think it's just better to get things out
Always
of the way.
selected, it's always been like
So-
that, laid back.
You sit through some of the meetings, right?
Yeah.
Dave, you've been there,
Frustrating.
It's okay, I know I've lost a lot of my hearing, but you can't hear.
right?
You asked them to use the mic, it's
They don't have one yet.
not anymore. It's
Well-
offensive for them to use it if they do have one now. And the sitting distance away is, okay, can I just come up here and be able to hear you guys?
Right,
And you figured they'd be teachers, they'd be a little bit louder, but I guess
yeah.
not.
Well, you know, again, I mean, I voted for the school and, I'm not gonna say no more about it.
So I did too, but, you know.
Point is well taken.
I voted for the school, I'm glad we have it, I don't regret it. I'm not happy about, the money that it costs like everybody else, but I just didn't, I mean,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
No. All right, if there's no more public participation, I will have a motion to go out of a public meeting and go into non-public.
Oh, sorry about that.
Nice so moved at 8:25.
All in favor? Aye.
John?
how many clouds are
Synonym of there.
I'll tell you off the record. I voted for the school, but I don't know.